What's up, everybody? We are live. We have technical difficulties this morning, so we're on my channel. I know we beat it down your skull to make sure you went and subscribed to Well That Effing Figures and to be there because we wouldn't be here. But we're here, and that effing figures. How are you doing this morning, Joe?
I'm good. How about you, man?
I'm
Besides
good.
the technical difficulties, thanks to YouTube, other than that, all good. Got my coffee. Salud. Ready to go.
Yep, I got my coffee. Bucks won yesterday. We're 5-0. Happy
Phillies
about
lost, but oh well.
that.
They're 1-1. I can't ask for more than that being away in Houston. So that was good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now we go back to Philly today and see if they can make it 2-1. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, I hope the Bucks keep this little winning streak going.
I haven't watched much basketball in the last few years, but I may try to give it another chance. Where I live, I'm right on the border, so I don't get the Philly sports unless I pay for an out of area package, which I'm probably I'm just cheap to do that. So I just go watch other routes, watch other ways, or miss it.
Well, we got Rogue Demon in the house. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah, we good old YouTube putting a 24-hour hold on our live account, so we had to go live from my channel today.
We both put a little quick explanation of that, so hopefully people see that and make it over here and watch and listen and join in.
Oh, and it's Halloween. Happy Halloween to everybody.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Well, almost Halloween.
Yeah. I don't feel like putting this on, but I got my Michael Myers mask here with me. So it's just too hot to put that on, but he's pretty cool. I've had this for years.
You got any big Halloween plans?
No. It came up so fast. I've been busy. Next year, I definitely want to go to some kind of party or masquerade or whatever, something next year. I got to plan it better. I wait till the last minute, then I just miss out normally. So hopefully next year I can be better at it. How about you?
You get you spend all the time putting a costume together, and the night comes and you're like, man, I just feel like staying home.
That happens too. That has happened for sure.
Yeah, I remember the first year I put everything together for my Negan costume. Got a really nice jacket. I went authentic on this.
Yeah.
The actual boots that he wore,
Mm-hmm.
everything. And then the night came, and I was just like, man, I don't even feel like going out.
Yeah.
So I didn't really use the costume till the second year.
Well, yeah, and the last good party I've been to, probably about 15 years ago. That's how long I've had this mask, because I had that mask on with a like a mechanic's jumpsuit with some boots, and I went to a party in Philly at my ex-wife's friend's house, and she stayed in the car, and I walked up to the door, and I just stood there for like 5 minutes, and nobody said anything. They just were looking like, "Who's that?" I kind of freaked them out, so it was pretty cool. Being 6'3" and then putting that outfit on looks a little authentic, I guess, but they were kind of freaked out because they just didn't know who the hell was standing at their door. I'm lucky I didn't get shot, but
yeah, probably sitting there like, all right, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah. I did not hear about that illegal bat. Huh.
What is wrong with these guys?
Pulling a Tom Brady on us. See, everybody's trying to screw Philly, man. What is up with that? They're scared of us. Oh, man. So, yeah, I did not hear about that. I have to look that up.
Wow.
I wonder what they're going to do about that.
How do you, what?
What do you do about that? Play game 2 over? I mean, what do you do?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know if he was a deciding factor in the game either, so I don't.
I'm sure a suspension is in his future.
Hopefully. If it's true, that's
a big fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know why people think they're going to get away with that shit, you know?
I don't know if you're that good of a team. I don't know, and you've been that good. How long have they been using that bat? For one, and for two, like if this is the first time, why do you think you need that bat all of a sudden when you're so good?
Right.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. I don't get it either.
Yeah, I have to look that up. I didn't hear anything about that. I try to keep off the news, but I have to go on Sports Center and see what that's all about.
I just, like eventually someone's is gonna find out,
Yeah,
Like,
it always comes out. Everything comes out in the wash. Everything.
Why do you want to get wrapped up in that? Like,
yeah, I just don't understand why they think they would need that.
right.
And if they have been using it, maybe they've been using it the whole time, because that's not just something that you think of when you're playing the underdog Phillies, I guess. I don't know. Would you use that against the Braves instead? Because they were supposedly, or whoever they played last, the Yankees, because they were good. So were they using it then too?
Right.
But
yes, it's gonna all come out. So now we got, it's gonna be there's probably a whole string of athletes that it'll be a big illegal bat scandal now. I just don't get these guys. Like, dude, what makes you? For one, how big of a difference does it really make?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, T3's in the house.
T3, good morning. You're up early. Thank you, brother.
He was probably over at the other channel. Like, where are these guys?
Yeah, where are all these morons?
We did it on purpose.
Yeah, we wanted to see. This is like a little toy hunt for us. You got to find us in the wild somewhere.
What better way to start? Well, that effing figures than with a nice little fuck up.
Yeah. Well, that effing figures.
Yeah.
If it's going to happen, it's going to happen to me anyway. Yeah. But anyway, all good. Next week, we'll be live on the Real channel. We will be well past the 24 hours by then. But let's talk a little bit about Halloween, man. You got any like crazy stories? Like, what's your favorite story of a Halloween in your life? That's if you could think of one. I have one, but I'll let you go first. Mine's a little weird, but
yours first. I gotta think.
You want to hear mine first? So, yeah. I find it a little funny, but I don't know. Like, some people might not. But I'm probably about 12 years old. I go to Catholic school, so you really don't see a whole lot of things in Catholic school. Everybody's pretty, for the most part, good kids. Try to not get in any trouble, whatever. At least in school. So one year I decided to go to my friend Brian's house to trick or treat in his neighborhood. And we're walking around a good hour or so, and he pulls out a pack of Marlboros. And I'm like, Brian, what's that? You're smoking? Like, I felt like if you ever watched an episode of Brady Bunch when they found the cigarettes in Greg's pocket, that's what I felt like. Because I felt like, and then I look back at it now and I'm like, it's cigarettes, dude. Like, what were you thinking? But we didn't see that in school. Like, nobody was outside of school smoking cigarettes. So when he pulled that out, walking around, it kind of threw me off. I was like, dude, you're smoking. Like, what the fuck? Like, so, it's kind of kooky, but for me, it always stick in my head. It was just a funny moment. And I always think about that episode of the Brady Bunch when I think of that. And I haven't talked to him about 5-6 years, but we have kept in contact before that. But it was so funny for me.
I don't know if I really have some crazy Halloween story.
Mm-hmm. I've also had my bag snatched. I had a nice bag of candy, and I was almost home, and some dude ran up and whoosh, snagged it from me. And he was too quick to even try to catch.
Damn, you got your bag of candy stolen?
I did, man. I did. I was real thin and skinny back then. They won't snatch it now, the fucker. I'll come back and snatch my bag now. I'll catch it. I'm old, but I'll catch it.
Yeah, I can honestly say it's never happened to me. And I've never stolen anybody's candy.
No, I never wanted to steal anybody's candy. But he stole my damn candy, man. Ran off like a thief in the night. He was too quick, man. I ran about 5 steps, was out of breath. I was done. You can have it. Whatever. I started over.
I don't think I've had no crazy. I mean, just and
Or
Halloween
even,
my
or even
favorite.
anything fun that you could remember, like a party or.
Okay, my best. We used to go to this. We used to have this haunted house here called Splatter House. And
Mhm.
they used to like change it. It used to be in like a different location every year. So like part of it was going to find it, you know.
Yeah.
And, I remember the last time we went. It was a good haunted house. Like it was a good one. Like, but it was always like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. You had to find it. It was always in the boonies somewhere. And I remember the last one we were going to. I think we were like 20 minutes out from actually getting there. And we
Mhm.
got pulled over, and these fucking cops. This was a case of mistaken identity. Arrested me and my buddy. So they take us into, we're sitting there, and all of a sudden the cop comes out. He's like, you could tell they felt stupid, dude. Like, and come out and they're like, he didn't even really tell me what was going on. He just was kind of like, you guys are getting out of here. And the funny part about this is the car that was behind us, they were drinking on the way up there. They were packed to the gills, like, so they should have gotten them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course,
That
they
was
didn't want
from
us
the
to go
wrong
back
one.
and get the car, but our buddy came, picked us up, dropped us off the car, and we hit it the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
about my craziest Halloween story.
Yeah. Another little story. Eastern State Penitentiary is right in Philadelphia. It's probably about an hour away from me. They taped Law Abiding Citizen there, parts of that in that old abandoned, well, not abandoned, but it's an old jail. They still do tours there and stuff, but they do a Halloween. It's called Behind the Walls. I think it's called Behind the Walls. Halloween time, and you go in there, and they have these light up collar like necklace things, the little tubes that they'll give you if you don't mind being taken away from your group. So one year I was acting brave, and I was like, you know what, I'll put the necklace on. I'll get taken from my group. And we're standing in line, and there's a bunch of us, and I'm like, you know what, I really don't want to get taken from my group now. So I took it off at the last second and put it around my friend's neck, and they snagged him and they threw him down the chute. And he met up with us like 15 minutes later, pissed off at me. Like, dude. But he got to see another side that I guess unless you get taken, you don't get to see that little portion of the jail and the haunted attraction. But so he said they threw him down this sliding board. He landed in this foam, and then they took him to these other rooms, and he was like with strangers, and they're walking around. It was pretty cool, but I kind of felt bad because I threw it on him at the last minute, but I just didn't feel like getting taken from the group. So whatever.
I was just gonna say, has anybody ever actually been to one of those places like where they supposedly can touch you and shit? Because it's always like somebody knows somebody that there's this haunted house where they can grab you and actually put hands on you and stuff, but nobody like has ever actually been there. So,
yeah,
anybody
this one
actually been to a place like that?
That's the only one I've ever seen that actually touch you, and they don't like really roughly throw you down the chute. They put you down the chute, like, but it's still like you're away from your group that you came there with,
right?
And it's just pretty funny that they do that.
Like over here by me, there used to always be talks of this one in Chicago, like with all these floors, and I don't know, like, but nobody that I know has ever actually been there, or it's just always somebody knows somebody, or
yeah. Rogue Demon, Al Capone. I got pictures of his jail cell in there. That's where he was. Yes. So that's pretty cool to see his jail cell in Eastern State Penitentiary. That's pretty cool. And they did, like I said, they did tape, I believe, portions of Law Abiding Citizen in or around Eastern State Penitentiary. If I may be incorrect, let me know if I am, but I believe that's the truth. That's what I heard. So, yeah, it was pretty cool to see Al Capone, his little jail cell there. They're really tiny. It's really pretty cool to see if you ever get a chance to come.
And it makes me think of John Dillinger, that little resort up in northern Wisconsin where he got in that big shootout with the FBI.
Mhm.
They actually kept everything the way it was, and you can go there and you see all the bullet holes are still in the walls. They got
Oh yeah, yeah.
all their left the stuff they left behind is all under like glass and stuff. Obviously, like they made it
Mhm.
like a museum type thing.
Yeah.
But it's really cool to see. Like, I mean, all the like there's I mean there's like the room is destroyed. It makes you wonder how anybody even survived that.
Yeah. I always thought it would be cool to have like a movie, and they may have some lower budget movies that I think I've seen one, but I always thought it would be cool to see a movie where you would go to a haunted attraction and there would really be a killer there, but nobody would believe it's real. So he's just hacking people up, and people are thinking it's part of the attraction until they really find out. Then everybody goes berserk and crazy. And
I was just watching a movie like that. I think it was called
really,
like Funhouse or something.
yeah, I saw a low budget one a long time ago that had something like that, but I want a real good one, a real like high dollar, like good, film
Yeah.
like that. I think would be cool.
I wish they would make more movies like how they did the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remakes. I know
Mhm.
I talked about that one before. Those were just so good. Like they're scary, they're creepy, they're
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
everything about them. It was good.
yeah. Um, I talked to you offline about this, but Terrifier 2 is going to be on, if anybody has Xfinity, it's the Scream, what is it? Scream something or other.
Greenback?
Scream Box. Yeah. Tomorrow they're going to have Terrifier 2 starting to play on there. That's what I'm told from a friend of mine. So I'm going to check that out. I was about to go to the movies and watch it, but I'd rather watch it in the comfort of my own home. So if it's really coming on there, I'm going to watch that as soon as I get out of work tomorrow, I believe, and that'll be a nice little Halloween.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
to
check out
watch.
that Scream Box and try to get. I want to see that so bad.
It's only $4.95 a month after the free trial, so even a tight ass like me could probably swing that. I don't like paying for a whole lot of different services, but I think they have like 500 and some odd horror movies and shows.
You said it,
So I
yeah,
think
it's
that'd
all
be pretty
horror,
cool.
right?
Yeah, it's all horror.
I definitely want that then because I
Yeah.
love horror.
Yeah, yeah. It's like 500 and I think it was like 60 some odd shows and movies on there to
Wow.
choose from. So I'm gonna check it out.
I mean, there's probably a lot of like B movies on there, but who cares?
Yeah, some of those. I mean, even Terrifier 1. You saw how cheesy that was, but I loved it. You said you loved it, so
Oh, I did love it. You know how many
it's
times I saw that, like the thumbnail for it, and I was just like, it looks creepy, but I was like, oh, it's got to be some stupid B movie. And then you guys were
Mhm.
talking about it, and I'm like, that fucking movie? So I
Yeah,
watched
yeah.
it, and I was like, damn, this is good.
I was in the same boat with you until my buddy Scott. He's like, "Have you seen this movie?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "You need to see this movie." And part 2 is coming out. He was telling me that was a few weeks ago. And then we're going to a Monster Mania con that the clown in there is actually in costume doing photo ops and autographs. And so we're going to that on November 13th in Philly Expo Center.
Dude,
So that'll be cool to
that's
me.
some creepy shit right there.
Yeah, yeah. So that'll be cool. Yeah. And he's in full costume. So that'll be pretty damn awesome.
That is by far the scariest clown I've ever. That scene in the first movie where he's just sitting at the thing watching them. The two
Yeah,
girls.
in the little diner.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just sitting there. It's funny as hell. He's just like looking at him.
And then the scene where he's got her hanging upside down, I knew what was coming. I knew.
Mhm.
I was like, I know what he's gonna do. I
Mhm.
called it.
Mhm. Yeah, he split her right down the middle, didn't he? Oh,
I saw it coming.
yeah.
T3 watched Barbarian last night. I still got to check that one out.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
T3 was telling me about that, but I
Is
haven't.
it a new one?
Yeah, I think so. Or
Yeah.
was it you telling me about? I was one of you two telling me about
Oh,
it.
it wasn't me. No. Where? What is it on? Is it on Netflix or anything or
I think he said HBO.
HBO? Okay. Yeah, I have to
Yeah, I
check.
want to check that out. I was watching horror movies all yesterday, but most of them were like no good.
Yeah. There haven't really been any good ones lately since since Saw. I guess the Saw series. I love that. The first one especially, because I never even thought that the dude in the middle of the floor laying there was actually
Right.
the guy the whole time.
I know.
He just gets up and like, oh well, see
I
you
watched
later.
Jigsaw yesterday. That one, the one that's
Mhm.
called Jigsaw.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that guy was gonna turn out to be the guy.
Like the new one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one series that I can honestly say I don't hate any of the movies. I think there's 9 of them, 8 of them, something like that.
Well,
I
I mean,
don't hate any of
if you like one of them, there's
them.
no.
Yeah.
How can you say you don't like another one? Because I mean,
Yeah.
they're really.
Yeah, well, I mean, like Friday the 13th, there are some that I can't watch, like the New York City one. That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
All that, but like the series of Saw, I can honestly say I love them all.
Yeah. Did you see that NECA
No,
figure coming?
but I will be buying that one.
On the tricycle coming.
Yeah, I will be buying that.
Yeah, that is.
I actually thought of one year putting his costume on and getting one of those big adult tricycles and just ride around, because we used to have a block party every year for Halloween in my old neighborhood, and we'd shut the street down and we'd have kid time, so they can have their fun up until about 8, and then after that we'd have our adult party kind of thing. So
yeah, NECA's really getting into the horror stuff right now, which is awesome. Fucking awesome. I'm hoping they do the clown from Terrifier. Everybody's asking for it.
Yeah, maybe they will now. I guess I did spoil a lot of stuff here at T3. Sorry, guys. I only spoiled it for like 3 people though. So it's not like there's 200 people watching this shit.
Well, they'll watch it later.
Yeah.
It's our first show. What can we expect?
Yeah.
Different figures, man. Yep.
Okay, 4 people. Sorry, 4 people. I spoiled it.
I don't even know what you spoiled. What'd you spoil?
I think when they split her in half. Or something.
Oh yeah. We can give you some more if you want to hear.
Yeah, I can dive deep into that movie, but I won't. I'll let you guys watch it. But I think you should watch it.
That movie kept me on the edge of my seat, dude. It was good.
Terrifier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, I would have to say that was probably the best. Well, I know X was good too. That was a nice gory movie. I like that one.
I don't know about the whole part where the guy lets her use the bathroom and then everything hell breaks loose. It was kind of, like I said, it was kind of weird, but I mean, it worked. I was like, "Oh, can I use your bathroom?" Like, okay, come on in.
Right.
Like, they didn't put a whole lot of thought into it, but it made enough money where they did a part 2. So who am I to talk?
Well, those two chicks from that movie had to have been the dumbest people in the world, because after I would have seen that guy, I would have been out of there.
Yeah, I mean, you see the guy staring at you in the diner. Get in the car. Well, I know the car had flats, but get the hell out of there. Like, don't stay anywhere in the vicinity. Get the hell out of there. I have not seen X either. Is that on HBO also?
I think that I watched that one on Amazon. I don't know. That was a good one though. I really enjoyed that one. Yeah. I won't tell you anything because you got to watch that one. You got to take it in naturally.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in that one. I know T3's favorite scene. I know that one for sure.
Oh, it's on Showtime. Jesus Christ, T3. You got every damn service. See, I'm too cheap. I can't go out there and get all them damn services, man. It's too much.
We like share them in my family because we have, I'm one of 6 siblings. So like, we each have like different ones and then we just share them all.
Yeah. I don't have any brothers or sisters, so no sharing. And I think they're going to stop that sooner or later. I think Netflix already has a little bit, or trying to stop that. Free for 30 days. That's good. I'll have all these free subscriptions running out and forgetting to cancel them, and I'll be like running the bill up.
It's like freaking pre-orders.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, what the negative $765?
Yeah. True. I got an alert the other day that my classified Sergeant Slaughter. Isn't my Slaughter? I think the Sergeant Slaughter. I think it came in. Not sure. One of those. I had the Trooper helmet, and then I think the GI Joe, and something else, and they're all coming in like earlier than I thought. Yeah, T3 knows about that.
I mean, the GI Joe line, I just like I don't know. I just can't. I can't pull the trigger on it. Like I don't know. Like I want them. They look awesome, but I just and now like there's so many that have been out. Like
what's that?
The GI Joe.
Yeah. The Sergeant Slaughter one, I just figured I'd get that.
You really want the O-ring figures.
Yeah.
Know the Eagles will lose at least 3 games.
I think they'll win today, but I really don't care if they go undefeated or not. Usually, it's pretty tough to go undefeated, but then you get to the playoffs, and I like being the underdog. I just like being the underdog. I like nobody to expect it. If you're going undefeated, look at the Patriots that year. They went undefeated, then lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl.
Right.
What good did it do to go undefeated? I think you got to take that loss at least 1, 2, 3 games. 13-3 is a nice number. 12-4 is a nice number. I can deal with any of those. 14-2, whatever. But undefeated, I get kind of worried about that because then they expect too much and they get kind of lax on everything, and then they get beat if they do get to the Super Bowl, just like the Patriots did that year. But I don't know. We'll see. They're doing pretty damn good, and I'm happy about that.
All I care about is my Milwaukee Bucks. Right now, they're on a
who?
No. Exactly. 5-0 right now. They beat.
Yeah.
Keep on winning. I
think the Sixers finally won a game. I think they were winless, but they won the other night.
I think the Lakers are like 0-5.
Good for them. I don't watch much basketball anymore. I need to maybe give it another chance. See if anything's changed.
I didn't for a while, and now I love it like I used to.
I just got tired of one guy running down, shooting the ball, rebounding the ball, shooting the ball again. I like actual plays, like where they, pass the ball around. I miss that. I like college basketball better for that reason. I just can't stand one guy running down and slam dunking and he misses, and it's just a shit show for me. I can't watch.
I feel like college sports are always going to be better, though, because to me, that just feels more authentic. Like,
yeah.
Like, look at the NFL now. Like, can they even hit each other anymore? Like, I don't even
know. And that's like Rogue Demon said. It's like, yeah, the Dolphins in 72, they were actually, like, those guys back then, I don't think any team from now could beat those teams unless they use today's rules, because you can't hit anyone. You can't.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Jesus. I mean, the quarterback gets barely knocked down and they're screaming for a flag. I mean, dude, you're a football player. You're getting millions of dollars. You're probably the highest paid of all, and you're screaming about getting knocked down.
Right.
I don't like that at all.
I can't watch football or NFL anymore.
Mm-hmm. I do watch it. I just don't get as crazy into it like I used to. Like Ronnie Lott for the 49ers back in the day, that was a real man playing football. He was a beast. If you remember him, he was one of the safeties or cornerbacks, I believe, for the 49ers back in the 70s, early 80s, but he was a beast. And you don't get it. You can't. These guys don't play like that anymore. You can't.
They have to have like perfect conditions now.
Yeah,
like I used to like when you'd watch maybe playing in the snow and the rain and shit. Like that was awesome.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
The fog bowl.
Now if they get stuck on their cleat, they got to run in and change it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then they I think they worry a lot of times more about their uniform and what they're wearing than playing the game. I mean, they got like 10 different alternate uniforms now each.
Right. I mean, back in the day, they barely wore helmets. Like,
right. Yeah. The leather helmets and all that shit. That was, I mean, it probably wasn't the smartest thing to do, but, they did it.
Yeah, I have a Burlington here, T3. I used to go there. I haven't been there in a while. I might have to check it out.
Yeah, we have one here, too. I didn't even know they had toys, to be honest with you.
They have everything, really.
Do they?
Yeah. I didn't know that they were across the country. I thought it was just something that was here.
Yeah, I've been into every Ollie's in the vicinity, and none of them have any AEW figures at all. So the people who
No,
are getting those and posting those videos with whole stacks of AEW and finding chases and all that, more power to you, because I haven't found. I found a Rey Mysterio. I don't need him. I found a Razor Ramon. I already have him. There's not much. There's Bobby Heenan in that bunny suit that I'm sick of looking at. But I haven't seen not one AEW figure, and I think there's like 3 Ollies close to me. Not close, but like close enough to drive to. But
I don't have Ollie's here.
no, we have one really close, and then one about a half hour away, and then another one was about 45 minutes. We just happened to be up in a different area, and I saw one went in. None of them had any sightings of AEW at all.
And I usually don't check those like those kind of stores, because like they just usually don't have stuff that I collect anyways.
Yeah.
And they're so, like, here at least, it's usually like really like, yeah, you might find something there, but it's
Yeah.
you know, it's slim. It's mostly like little kid toys, so I just don't waste my time going to them.
Yeah. They had a shitload of Star Wars 3 and 3. What's that?
Like if I'm there for something else and I find something like good, but
Yeah. They had a shitload of Ray 3 3/4, but I don't want that.
I am kind of curious to go to Burlington though, because I used to like going there, and I just haven't gone there in a while.
Yeah, maybe I'll take a trip there today. I got a little free time later, maybe. I know my wife wants to go to Walmart. Yes, I love going to Walmart now.
Yeah, I like to see their empty toy aisle.
Yeah, I mean, like that's true. But I'm still looking. I got the Cody Rhodes, the one from Ringside, but I still want the Walmart exclusive one, the Supreme. Joe, if you go to Ollie's again, I'm looking for Monsters of the Universe, Savage He-Man. Okay, I got you, brother. I'll look. I'll check it out.
Savage He-Man. I just saw those somewhere.
Send me that in a text, T3, so I don't forget.
Savage He-Man is the one that looks like Tarzan, right?
That's why I want him to send it to me in text, because I have no idea, because I don't collect
like Tarzan from the Disney Tarzan movie.
Yeah, I do like the 40th anniversary He-Man. That's pretty cool looking.
Too early. You know what we call masturbation in California? Really, Beastie. Thanks for that.
We didn't put a PG-13 on this, so.
Hey, Beastie, I liked your video you posted, though. That was pretty cool. I thought you did a good job on that. I just want the Orko.
You just want the Orko.
Yep. Did anybody get those? Did you guys see those Masters of the Universe Virgil Abloh collaboration? They were still on Mattel Creations website. There was a couple of them still available. I wanted to get the He-Man and Skeletor, but I missed out on He-Man. Skeletor was still available when I checked. That'd have been a cool. I would never have opened them or anything, but I like Virgil. He was a good designer, or was a good designer. He just did I feel like he's been having more collaborations now that he's passed away than he was when he was alive. I just thought it was cool that he did something with a toy company.
Yeah. Reading fun fact about
and Adidas cut ties with Kanye West.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a sad day in the sneaker community. Although, I don't know, like he definitely needs help. Like that guy's he's got a mental problem. I know he's like bipolar and stuff, but
There's a lot of those.
you
It
can
just goes
just
to
tell
show
by
you that
looking at him.
the more money you have, it doesn't really make you happy all the time.
Oh no, money doesn't make you happy. It's
I would like to try to see if it would for me.
yeah, me too. I would definitely
I'll give it a shot, but
yeah,
I really think some people, if you have too much money and you can have anything you want, you really have nothing to fight for or to work towards. So I think sometimes if you have millions and millions of dollars and you can buy whatever you want, you just have nothing to shoot for. It's like I could just go out and get whatever I want, and sometimes you need that little, I want this or I want to do this, and you got to fight to do it, and it feels better sometimes than just having it. But I would like to try. Don't get me wrong.
yeah. I would love to take the test too.
Yeah, I think that Powerball is up. It's a Powerball or Mega Millions way up there again. So
Yeah, I agree with you, T3. I think someone needs to help him because I think something bad is going to happen if they don't, because he just keeps spiraling. Like,
yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, man. I mean, and like I said, like we were saying before, like even on the Overgrown podcast, Overgrown Third Graders, everybody has a story, no matter what. I'm saying It's just, it doesn't matter who you are.
No,
people struggle.
You try to say that you don't, you're a liar.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had the best couple of days lately, and things, not bad things, but just you sit back and you're like, damn, like, let me regroup. So,
which brings us to our. Make sure everybody's there on November 3rd for our next Overgrown third graders.
Yep, November 3rd at. Let me see if I can get this time right. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, and what is it, 8 Central? Something like that.
All day. It's an all-day podcast.
It's all day, every day, yeah. But, yeah, T3 is putting that together again for round 2, and thanks for that. I hope people watch. And, again, if it helps one person, that'll be great. Maybe Kanye can watch it, and we can help him. I don't know, but it would be great if we could. So.
No, well, like T3 is saying, like, something bad is going to happen, and it will, because you can tell, like, even in, like, when they show like recent pictures, like, you can tell he's not like taking care of himself. Like, he just looks bad. Like,
yeah,
it's sad, man.
Well, hopefully a family member or friend steps in and gets him the help he needs, or
right,
so really quick, coming up, if I can throw this out there now, because if I don't throw it out there now, I may forget before the end. Me and Colin have a couple of guests lined up for the future on this show that I think you'll be pretty excited about. One is the Prince of Plastic, Ding Dong Daddy's Home. Yeah, Century the Mad Collector will be joining us in the future. We have to get a date. And also, OG Geek has agreed to come on. I've been talking to him, and he's a cool guy. I really like him a lot, and he's going to come on and talk about his new project. Well, I'm not even sure what that project is quite yet, but he's not talking about it yet. But when he does, he's going to come on. That's in the future as well. Pretty good guys. Really like watching both of their shows, their podcasts. I mean, their hunts and all that. Good guys. Been really receptive to me. We talked a lot on Instagram message, and they're going to come on in the near future, but we'll get some dates for that as well.
Yeah, I'm excited for that because I've never had the chance to actually talk to those guys. I've been following, or I've been subscribed to them and everything for a while.
Yeah,
but that'll be fun to sit down with them.
Yeah, they both are, like I said, they're both really, really cool to talk to. On Messenger, really receptive, and I know Century might come on to the November 3rd, or at least he's really promoting it for us. And also OG Geek, he collects a lot of the hot toys and sells them, and he has his own thing going on. So that'd be pretty cool to sit down and talk to him about his stuff that he has going on. He's a good guy. So
Beastie, we're definitely going to get you on. You're a shoe-in, man. We'll set up a date for you for sure.
Yeah, you're in. You are in.
Yeah, you're in. bring that special coffee with you. We'll party.
Special coffee.
Oh, speaking of all this Halloween stuff, have you been seeing the Sideshow collectible figures they've been showing off?
No.
Yeah. Jason, the Freddy Krueger. I forgot all of them. There's another one too. Oh, Pennywise, I think.
Yeah.
I just saw them on the Instagram. They look amazing. I want to get them because usually Sideshow figures aren't that expensive either.
Yeah. Oh, he made beer gummies. Beastie did. He might have to have him in studio.
Yeah, we might have to get you live in studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't bring T3. Just
no alcohol for him.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get Beastie on for sure.
Yeah. Set it up. Let's do it. Yeah, but next week we'll be on our normal YouTube channel.
Yeah, we'll for sure be on the actual that effing figures channel next week. Yeah, we ran into a 24-hour hold this morning, so
it'll be okay.
Damn, those are fighting words, Beastie. You guys need to calm down in the chat. Getting a little out of control.
Yeah, you 4 people are out of control.
Yeah, 5.
5. Oh, wow. That's good.
Yeah.
Got to start somewhere. I'm trying to see what I have pre-ordered. As far as there's a Leatherface, a bloody Leatherface. I think it's a NECA. I have it pre-ordered. They look pretty cool.
Or the Haya. There might be a Haya Toys too.
Maybe I gotta go to Big Bad and see what I actually ordered because I have no idea. But
oh yeah, I just saw them on Sideshow's Instagram. I believe they were Sideshow, unless they were Hot Toys, but I think they were Sideshow collectibles, 1/6 scale figures. They had Jason from Friday the 13th. They had Freddy Krueger, and then they had a Pennywise from the new movie.
Mm-hmm.
I would prefer the old Pennywise, but the new one's still cool. I mean,
yeah. Oh, I got pre-ordered the Invisible Man Donatello, and here it is. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Leatherface, the bloody version. It's a 1/18 scale PX figure.
Yeah, that's Haya Toys.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking. It's $19.99. I mean,
I have that one pre-ordered too.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
I have a lot of Haya pre-orders. I got all those. What do you call it? I got all the Judge Dreads pre-ordered. The whole line pre-ordered. Mm-hmm. I got those. There's 2 different leather faces. I think there's the bloody version and then the non-bloody version.
This bloody one is like really, really gory looking. Like really bloody.
Looks good.
I think this will get me started. Like, I don't know why I haven't started being a horror guy, like collecting the horror figures, but I think this is going to probably start me off with a horror show.
Did you see that Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie? I don't know if it's it might be the most recent one where those kids are like trying to buy that town.
It's terrible. Yeah. They actually inherited, they inherited a house.
The only scene that I liked was when he gets on the bus and they're all trapped and he's just going ham with the chainsaw.
Yeah, that was probably the most exciting part. Yeah, that movie was awesome. That's the example of they need to know when to stop. That's you don't ruin the franchise by doing that shit. And it was horrifying. I hated it.
Sean Chipman from Tasmania, welcome to the show.
Wow.
Well, welcome to our coffee talk.
Another record blown out of, look at that, 45 minutes and we're international. Ooh. Welcome.
Mike. Yep. And that's it. We're done.
Yeah. That was our goal. We're out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here. See you guys later.
I'm out of coffee. I have to text my personal assistant.
Yep. You know, we were gonna talk about our 5 favorite horror movies. We never did that.
Oh yeah, we can do that now if you like. But like when people say the Mount Rushmore of things, like I was talking to on my other podcast, talking nerdy.
Look at this guy. He's got like this other podcast I do too.
Yeah, we have 4 people on that one too watching. But anyway, we were talking about so together I got 8 people, unless some of them are like.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Right. So our Mount Rushmore should be 4, not 5. So we had this little argument on there, like, wait, our Mount Rushmore is 4. So is it top 4? You have to pick 4, I guess, in order for it to be the Mount Rushmore. So if you want to start, number 4 for you.
4 for me. Well, Candyman is one of my favorites. The new one or the original. I love them both.
But in order, like your number 4.
No way, there's no order.
There's no order. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna have to throw Terrifier on there. Just the clown does it for me. I mean, yeah. Mind you, when I say, I don't know, favorites, like they change, dude. You know but I'm trying to think. All right, so Candyman, that's a go-to. Let's see here. I like horror movies that of things that can really happen. You know, like supernatural stuff doesn't really do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, there are some scary supernatural movies, but I'd rather see like a slasher one or.
Yeah. So my 4 never changes. I mean, it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original. The Hills Have Eyes, the original. The remake of The Hills Have Eyes, and then the Saw series. No particular one of those, just the whole series, if you can do that. But I don't know. All 4 of those, well, if you count every single Saw, it's like 8 or 9. But I just like all of those. They've always been my favorite. I'll watch them over and over and over again.
I'm like having a block right now because I don't want to miss something.
Friday the 13th. I mean, it's hard to leave those out like that, and Halloween and Freddy and all those. But I don't know. Like
I know.
Sometimes I look at it like Friday the 13th after number 4 or 5. Was it really worth even watching? I mean, honestly. I mean, how many times can you kill this guy before?
What Halloween ends?
Yeah, and I didn't like that one either. I didn't really like the Silver Shamrock Halloween 3. Was kind of odd, and I know why they did it, because he really didn't want it to be. He wanted to be different about a different character each and every movie.
Yeah.
But when people latched on to Michael Myers, they just
thought that would have been kind of cool if they would have did that. Every Halloween movie is a different Halloween story, basically.
Yeah, it would have been cool, but then you really wouldn't have had right now you got Leatherface, you got Jason, Freddy, Michael. That's the top 4 right there for most people.
Yeah. Scream. I used to love the Scream movies.
Scream was good.
I liked them because again, that's something that could really happen in real life, Just think that kind of shit scares me more than anything. Like thinking that could happen to you one night. Someone could call you and start fucking with you and
William Shatner did the mold for the Michael Myers mask. Have you ever heard that?
What'd you say?
William Shatner, Captain Kirk.
Oh yeah,
his face was the mask. Yeah. At least I'm reading it right now. I knew it, but I wanted to make sure I wasn't making the shit up.
Yeah, I think they cut the eye holes a little bit bigger.
Yeah, for the first 2 films, they used his face sculpt as the mask. Yeah, I'm not sure if they kept going on and on and on, like even to the last one with that, but at least for the first 2 films, they used his face for it. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd have to say Texas Chainsaw Massacre is on my top 4.
Yeah, I mean, just like, I mean,
New Orleans.
him in the middle of the road dancing with that chainsaw at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, that's iconic right there. That's a moment, you know. But if you remember, like even Friday the 13th Part 1, it wasn't about Jason. The mother was the killer.
Yeah.
He didn't come around until the second one, maybe towards the middle of the second one, I guess. I don't know. Something like that. I forget. It's been a long time.
I just know my favorite one is the first one, obviously. And
yeah. The first one of everything is cool.
Yeah.
You know, like most of the time anyway. Maybe not Terrifier. Maybe 2 will be better than 1 because they have made some money and they're doing not as low budget filming on the second one, I've heard. But
yeah, it'd be cool to see those guys that made Terrifier. It'd be cool to see them with a higher budget because that was good.
And I believe the writers are going to be at that horror con I'm going to, as well as the clown himself. So I think we're going to do a photo op all together, me and my friend and his other friend, all in the same photo op with all those guys. I think we're going to split it down the middle 3 ways and do that. So that'll be pretty decent.
Oh, there was that one. Was it called Strangers? I think was that the.
Oh yeah.
I like that one too.
That was good.
Yeah,
because that shit can happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of shit I like. It's that can really happen.
Yeah. Like the shit where you drown and then you come back to life and you kill people. That's not gonna happen. But
right.
They could put a mask on and creep the shit out of you like the Strangers did. That was really good.
Yep. Yeah, I know they made I think they made like 2 more of those movies too.
Did they?
There's a bunch of movies like Strangers though. I was been watching horror movies the last few days and I mean basically the same movie. It just like there's one called The Jackals or something. That one was pretty good. But they're all pretty much all the same concept, you know. Yeah,
I'm trying to think of some more. I can picture the same concept. I just don't know the name of the movies. But those masks were creepy, you know.
Or I just watched one. It was called Animal Farm, I think, and the killers all wear like these animal face masks.
Yeah.
And there's like a big the twist. I don't know. You might see it someday, so I won't tell you. But it was pretty. I don't know. It was pretty good.
Yeah, and then what was I just thinking? I lost it. I'm old. Get Out, is that considered horror? I don't know. I don't know if I've seen Get Out, to be honest with you.
I think it is considered horror. What was the one with the family, the look-alike family? It was his like second movie, I think, that he did in a horror.
I'm not sure. You know, the one I was thinking of was The Purge. That was creepy too. The first one.
Yeah.
Where they knock on your, that could mean. I'm not going to say that could never happen. I mean, you never know.
Oh yeah, Us. I actually liked Us. I thought Us was cool.
Us. That was another one like The Strangers, right?
Yeah.
It
was just. It was just.
I think that's one I'm thinking of.
A weird thing into it, but I thought it was creepy up until the very end. Conjuring was a good supernatural horror movie.
Yeah, those supernatural ones, they never really done a whole lot.
I thought Sinister was scary too. Yeah, that's not really my type of thing either, but Conjuring and Sinister, those were 2 good ones for me.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes with the music they use and the shocking sound, I jump. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but it doesn't really, I don't know. I like the more realistic, like this could happen.
I want. I'm excited for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. If they do that good, it should be pretty scary. My son collects all those, toys and stuff for the game. The first time we played the game, I almost jumped off the damn couch. Jump scare got me. I was not expecting it, dude. I jumped back. I took him out and almost went off the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll admit it.
That's all right.
Blumhouse is doing that movie, and they should. I mean, they do all the other movies pretty good, so I'm hoping they do a good job on it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be pretty exciting. So yeah.
Oh, my more coffee's on the way. Sweet, thank you, assistant.
Look at this guy. A servant's over there?
My personal assistant, baby doll.
Wow, a personal assistant. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah. She knows I can't leave my prestigious
Ooh,
show.
the fourth kind was good. I like that one, the alien one.
I kind of forget about that.
That
one. I
lady
don't
creeped me
remember
out. The lady that had the big old eyes. She's doing like the interview.
Mm-hmm. The Bird Box, was that with the Sandra Bullock where they couldn't open
Yeah.
their eye? Yeah, that was actually good.
Yeah.
I thought it was
That's
good.
why I hate doing like your top 5 because once you start talking about it,
yeah, I
you
mean
start,
that.
like,
Yeah,
actually,
that would never be in my top 5.
no,
I mean,
no.
that's not going to knock out my 4 or 5.
Yeah,
But
you know.
I mean, it was good. I liked it. I like those ones where I don't know. I guess ever since the pandemic, it got even like for me, it's like all them movies like like the one called Pandemic, all these ones where they just like something will happen and then they take you from your family or whatever. And I don't know. I just kind of like those movies now. I don't know why. I guess because we kind of like been through some shit now, and it's actually even creepier that it could happen. But yeah, like when some shit happens and you can't open your eyes and you got to be quiet and all those different movies like that, I like those.
Oh, what is that movie where they have to be silent?
Yeah, that's another one like Bird Box, but instead of seeing like it's like I think something attack or something. If you're noise, them big bird looking gargoyle looking things or whatever they are.
What the hell is the name of that?
I forget. Sandra Bullock, something nuts. Maybe.
I like that movie too. It Comes at Night or whatever. I thought that was cool too. You ever see that one?
No.
Yeah, where they're like,
look that one up.
It's like that too. Like, you know, the world ended, or I don't know. They're like not stuck in a house, but they're like, you know, that's where they're living. They let this other family in.
Yeah, I like those ones where the world is ending type movies. I guess that's what I was getting at. Yeah. Well, that's why I like The Walking Dead so much. It's like, I don't know. It's just
A Quiet Place.
I love Quiet Place.
Those were good. The first and the second one were really good. I like those.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah. The Quiet Place, that was the one where the birds will attack you. Thank you.
Those huge like alien things.
Yeah. So that one and Bird Box, I like those world-ending type movies. You don't know what's going to happen. The Walking Dead, I love that because of the concept of here you are with strangers forming a group, forming a little city. I love that. That's what I liked about it. Like my wife hated it, and I'm like, it's not about the zombies all the time. They're a side story.
Yeah, the real even if that happened in real life, the zombies wouldn't be the issue. The issue would be people.
Yeah, trying to get what they need to survive and killing whoever they need to make them last longer. That's what I liked about it. Like the zombies was, all right, you stab them in the head. We figured that out in season 2. We're good. But then like when the Whisperers came, like they were zombies, but they really weren't zombies. So now that kind of was like, man, that was a nice little period for me where.
Man, I love the introduction to Negan, dude. That was fucking episode was intense, dude. Yeah,
when Negan definitely made that show.
Yeah.
Kickstart again because it was kind of getting a little dry.
Oh, it was. He fucking lit a fire under its ass.
Yeah,
I'm gonna miss that show when it's gone.
Yeah, Negan. It's funny because when he was offered that part, he was on. Damn, what's that? What's that show called? You know, the guys from Chicago, where they're. No, oh shit. Let me look it up.
I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta look it up because now I didn't draw a blank.
I know he was. I can't think of what he was on. I remember him from some movies.
I don't know why I can't remember the name of the show. Like I said, I'm getting old and it's kind of scaring me. But but let me look it up a little bit here.
Well, you have a personal assistant, right?
Yeah, but she's left the room. The coffee is here, and she left the room. See, there it is. Damn. Anyway, I'll get it, but we can move on from that. But I just forget the damn name of the show. And it's been on forever. I'm drawing a big time blank, man.
Yeah, I don't know, but
No,
that was he made that show for me. By far, hands down, my favorite character. The Whisperers were cool too, but I don't know. There was just something about the Saviors that like
yeah,
they made it intense. Like
yeah.
they finally that group finally got put in their place a little bit, you know?
Yeah, they did. But he had such a good thing going until like remember the episode where they locked I'm drawing a blank again. The guy on the motorcycle. What's his character's name?
Daryl?
Yeah, Daryl. When they locked Daryl in that cell and they kept playing the same music over and over and over and over, just to drive him fucking crazy. And that was some of the best episodes ever when they had him locked up. I like the backstories they did a lot of times. They would have a whole story on why Negan was the way he was.
Oh,
and it was because he lost the love of his life and all that. And Shameless. He was on Shameless, Negan was. He was the diner owner that Fiona was buying, and they had to switch to another character when he got offered the Negan position. Or part. So yeah. But he was on there for a couple episodes, and then he got this part, and see you later.
Yeah, doesn't Fiona she ends up with that guy for a little while?
Yeah, it would have been Negan, I guess, but she ended up with him, and I guess wasn't he like on drugs or something?
Yeah, he was like a recovering drug addict.
Yeah, and then I guess he got back into it and all.
He relapsed, and she gave him the boot. I was like, she must not have loved him that much.
Right. Yeah. That was a good show too, Shameless. But I think they went too far. I'm not even sure I finished the last season, but
I didn't finish.
I kind of lost interest.
I know that the older brother from that, he's got his own show now.
Yeah.
I forgot what it's called though.
I
think he's like a chef or a cook or something.
Yeah. I did see that. Yeah, but I was watching that show religiously for a long time. That and there's a show called You. Have you seen that on Netflix?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm caught up.
That's a pretty good con. We love that show. Me and my wife watched that show too.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a mild Dexter, I guess you can call it. He's like a creeper. Yeah.
Did you watch the newest season of Dexter?
I have never watched one episode of Dexter. Believe it or not.
You've never watched Dexter?
Never.
Oh, that's
I
one
need
of my
to.
all-time favorites.
I know, and it's surprising even to myself because I like that kind of shit so much, but I have never watched it. I don't know why. I may just buy it and watch them all. I don't know, or wherever
it's
they're
worth buying it because I've watched that series so many times because it's so awesome.
Yeah, but right now I've been to like when I was watching Shameless, Walking Dead, You, Cobra Kai. I love. That's an awesome show.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they really did a good job at that.
I heard HBO just canceled a bunch of Game of Thrones projects.
Did they? That's another one I never watched ever. I watched the first episode and I was like, "Shit, this sucks."
Game of Thrones is my all-time favorite series ever. Yeah.
I guess when I started wanting to get into it, I was so far gone.
It starts off a little slow in season 1, but once you get through it, because there's a lot of like. They're introducing a lot of characters in season 1. So once you get through those first like 3 episodes or whatever, it's just every season gets better and it just keeps building and it's just amazing. I love that show so much.
Yeah, at some point in the wintertime. Yeah, in the wintertime sometime maybe I'll give it a shot. That's actually how I got started in Walking Dead. I was probably I guess it was like 2 seasons already in the books, and then I won 3 seasons in the books, and I one winter just sat down and just every time I sat down, I put Walking Dead on until I finally caught up.
Right.
And I'm glad I did. So maybe I'll give the others a chance too. I'm trying to catch up. Maybe if it snows, we haven't gotten a lot of snow here in the past couple of years.
I think we're gonna get hit this year.
Yeah, maybe. And if we do, that'll be a good time for me to sit down and watch because I hate snow and I hate cold.
I like snowboarding, so it works. I like snowmobiling too, so it works out for me.
Yeah, yeah. We used to get hit really hard, but I don't know what happened. Like the last few years, we may get like one or two significant, maybe 6 inches or so, but we used to get a lot more than that. I don't know what's changed, but
I don't know. I feel like it comes in waves. Like every so many years we get hit, and then it.
mhm. Yeah.
What do we got here? T3's got a top 5 comic movies. Are you trying to say something, T3?
Yeah, I would never even begin to start a top 5. I mean, I haven't watched a whole lot of the comic movies lately because they made so many of them. It's like I can't keep track.
I'm excited for. Well, I want to see Black Panther obviously because I heard it's good. I'm excited for the new Ant-Man movie, and I'm really excited for the new Guardians of the Galaxy. I love that group they have for that movie. I'm gonna be sad to see them go, but we got the holiday special, and then Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
Groot is finally big again.
Yeah, for me, I'm old school, man. I'm like, I guess I like the original Superman, dude, Christopher Reeves. I mean, I know,
yeah,
like,
I grew up watching that.
yeah, I General Zod and all them showing up. That was awesome. I love that movie. That's probably my number one.
Sometimes I do think there's a little too much, like right now with all the superhero stuff. Like, I mean,
yeah, for me, like
all
Spider-Man did. Yeah, Spider-Man did it for me. It's like you got Spider-Man 1, 2, 3, and then you got this Spider-Man, that Spider-Man. Everybody's a Spider-Man. Bring this person in as
But
Spider-Man.
at the same time, like we're finally getting movies of these characters and stuff, so like I can't really complain.
Mhm.
And I don't have to watch them all right now. I can.
Yeah.
One day I'll watch it, and that's fine.
For me, I would have to watch them in order though, because I don't know. It's like until I watched all the Star Wars in order, like I did, it's kind of like you don't know certain characters because they showed up on this one. If you watch this one before that one, so I want to try to do it in order. So I have a long way to go.
That was like that Bad Batch. I love those characters, and I really want to watch that. But people keep telling me you got to watch Clone Wars, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of shit I got to watch just to watch this one.
Yeah, and Clone Wars, it's tough to get through because it's a cartoon for me, and it's like I don't know, it's hard to get through for me, but I did, and I'm glad I did. And Bad Batch is awesome. So if you can
get all those guys in hot toy form. All the Bad Batch guys. I love their characters.
Yeah, I love Wrecker. Wrecker has such an awesome helmet. I know he was a little kooky in the show, but he has an awesome helmet, and I got the helmet over there. I just like the way it just looks evil.
Oh yeah, I know it looks cool.
Yeah,
it reminds me of that. I don't know if you ever played the Halo games.
Mm-mm.
But Halo Reach, you're like a group of Spartans or whatever, and one of the guys has like a skull painted on his front of his helmet. It reminds me of that. I love that shit. It's so cool.
Yeah, I haven't even really played video games in a few years. I guess for me, one of my favorite video games of all time was Resident Evil.
Yeah,
even all the way back to the original one. Like I was in the store, I was in a GameStop when that first came out, and I asked the guy, I said, "Hey, what's a good game to get started on?" He's like, "What kind of game do you want?" And I told him, and he was like, "Try Resident Evil. You'll love it." It was the very first one. I brought that home, and you went into that mansion, and that fucking door closed behind you, and that was it. You had to try to get out. I love that game. So
I don't play a lot of games, but every once in a while, there'll be a game that comes out, and I'll play it for a while, and then that'll be it. Like the
Uh-huh.
last one that came out was that Ghost of Tsushima. You're like a samurai. The
Mhm.
Chinese are invading.
Yeah.
Like that was a really good game. I loved it.
Yeah.
Or you would like Last of Us. And
That's what I was just gonna say.
there was
That
another.
one.
There was a zombie game that where you're like a guy on a motorcycle. That was a really good one too.
Last of Us is one that's similar to Resident Evil. And Silent Hill was another one that I liked.
Man, those Silent Hill movies, man, those things just make your brain hurt.
Yeah, I haven't watched the movies, but the video game was. They were saying it was like when Resident Evil ran a little dry. They were saying Silent Hill was going to be the next like the video game like that, but it just wasn't. It wasn't as easy to play. I guess I'm trying to say it was a little more difficult to navigate. But yeah, the one you just mentioned, that was another one where I was almost tempted to buy a PlayStation 5 if I could find one.
Yeah, if I
just
could find one, I'd buy a PlayStation 5. But
yeah, every so often GameStop will have a line outside the door, and I'm like, "What are you guys waiting on?" And they're like, "They got PlayStations today," and I'm like, "Oh,
I'm really hoping with as big as like the Ninja Turtles are right now, I hope we get a open world Ninja Turtle game, like like
yeah,
the Batman ones.
mhm,
You run around the city and get in the sewers and shit, but like a really
yeah,
good one. I
yeah,
would, and maybe there is. I don't know. I hope that someone is coming,
yeah,
developing a game like that. I would love it.
yeah." The one-up games at Walmart, I don't know if it's in every area or not, but a lot of them are ringing up $199.
What?
Yeah, like Pac-Man. I already have Miss Pac-Man and Mortal Kombat 2. They were ringing up 199. Pac-Man was running up 199. They didn't have The Simpsons, but if that was running up 199, ringing up 199, I would have bought that. But yeah, the
Oh,
other day you have to check it out if anybody's interested in those because they're originally like 350 for 199. That's a steal, I think.
there's an article on here that says Paramount may be releasing an open world Ninja Turtles game in 2023.
Hmm.
So I guess I'm not the only one that wants it.
Yeah, and if people want it, they'll do it.
Batman ones are awesome. You can run around Gotham and they're fucking sweet. With as big as Ninja Turtles are again,
Yeah,
I really would like to see an open world Ninja Turtle game. I think it would be amazing.
yeah. With all the shit I got going on now, it's like I don't even think I'd have time to play a video game. My wife would probably leave me if I started that because I got enough shit going on now. But between these two podcasts and then the videos on YouTube now that I'm trying to get out, and then other little projects around the house, yeah, I don't think I have time for video games. But I would love to play a couple of them out there. But I don't know if it's worth the $700, $500, whatever it is, to play a couple games. I used to play Madden all the time.
Yeah.
I used to love playing.
Someday I'll get a PS5. They never have them here. I have the new Xbox. My son plays it all the time.
Yeah,
That's kind of the reason I get to give myself to buy the new systems. I have a kid, so I can play them.
Yeah, there's a guy at the GameStop like down the street from me. He usually lets me know, like, "Hey Joe, we got some PlayStations coming in. I'll let you know." Let me know. He said, "If you ever want one, I'll hold it aside." But I just haven't done. I don't know if I have time to play that. I don't. I want to try some other little things too. Like I've been wanting to try the 3D printing. I don't know.
Yeah, we have one. I haven't done anything on it yet, though.
Yeah, I want to try.
I really want to get a 3D resin printer.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of the people that make like statues and stuff
are
using those.
Yeah, I watched some of the videos and they make some pretty cool stuff, and I do want to try that. I might just see maybe around Christmas if they get any good deals on them. Maybe snap one up off of Amazon or something. Give it a shot. Put it in the garage where I have some. You need ventilation too for that. You don't want to.
Yeah.
That's another thing. You got to have somewhere to put it. I got it in my garage on the workbench, and let it go and see what I can make.
I know.
Like to make some-
I gotta get on it and start figuring it out.
Yeah. I try to like look. I used to jump like, all right, let me go get this, and then it'll sit there. And anymore, I've been like, let me do some research first and try to get one that's going to be suitable. Because otherwise, I used to be just impulsive, go get something, and then it goes to waste. I don't use it. I sell it, whatever.
Right.
I'm trying to get better at that. But
Yeah. Well, I think we did it, dude.
yeah, first one in the books. I
Yeah.
appreciate all. How many is there now? 6, 5 of you who watched.
I mean, what would Well That Effing Figures be without an
Hiccup.
episode number 1 technical difficulty?
Yeah, it worked out though. It's fine.
Yeah,
But
next week
Go ahead.
we'll be on the actual channel.
Mhm.
I don't know if you have something to say. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, I was just going to say the same thing. We'll be on the actual channel next week, barring any more hiccups from YouTube.
Yeah. So
So
thank you.
we're going to get out of here, guys.
Thank you, everybody that tuned in and watched. If you guys had any input, please leave it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. Make sure everybody hits the like button. And if you haven't yet, go subscribe to Well That Effing Figures. Because from now on, that's where we're going to be every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern.
Yep, and then subscribe to EC Collecting and JMC_collects on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram. And we will see you next week at 9 a.m. Eastern for another show. Thanks for watching.
See you guys later.
See ya.